Hi Scorpios, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. This is your monthly tarot for October 2024. This message is for any Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but also for those who have Scorpio that rules a particular house or planet that they need clarity on. Thank you so much for joining me, and if this does end up resonating, please hit that like button, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot, and thank you to all my subscribers. Now, the messages that came through while I was clearing your cards is really about you being a guide through this chaos, the transformation. When it comes to this point of transformation that we're entering, especially with Pluto going direct in Capricorn for the last time in any of our lifetimes, and then going and finally leaving in November during your season, there is this message of making sure that you have this sense of compassion and warmth. There's also this message from childhood that we're going to be able to just say goodbye to something that maybe we've been holding on to, that is that last tying up a loose ends. Okay, so a lot of people, we're all going through this letting go of something, okay? And for you, I really get that you're so good at letting go and transformation and all this energy, but there's certain things that you just are holding on to. And so here's where you can say goodbye to the past without there needing to be any sorrow or pain. And so that's why I just really want you to remember that whatever it is that you're leaving behind, focusing more on love, focusing more on compassion, and focusing more on the idea of the more that you can exert this wonderful release and transformation, the more that you're going to help the collective energy of that. Okay, so I definitely think it's probably connected to a past life too. So be mindful of that. We'll see what past life energy comes through. I'm going to get into a little bit of the astrology, and then we are going to start your reading. I'm not going to do the full astrology. Yeah, look at taking control of your destiny. It's definitely something related to a past identity, childhood, or children. All right, so I'm not going to do it all, but the the link for the astrology calendar will be in the description of this video. But October 2nd, we have the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. This is something where we could feel off balance, all right? And so if you have anything in your life where you're feeling off of balance, now is the time to really try and get your equilibrium. Yoga, honestly, doing some yoga, doing anything that can help you with your balance, doing some meditations. I just get this idea of everybody like the earth tilting, you know what I mean? Where whoa, falls to one side. And that's what it's gonna feel like, is if the scales of balance, somebody's just yanking down on one side of it, okay? And that's gonna get worse when we get to that Pluto energy. But going back to the new moon solar eclipse, okay, so these eclipses, they can be very potent energy. So whatever it is, make sure you avoid burnout. Make sure you avoid people pleasing. Make sure you have strong energetic boundaries. Carry some black tourmaline with you, all right? Because especially water signs, we absorb that energy. So the more that you can utilize that transformation for your personal power and recognizing, I absorb, so therefore I must protect. I absorb, so therefore I must protect. October 9th, Jupiter goes retrograde in Gemini. So here's the thing where it's all this expansion is still happening, okay? So if you've been working on something, all of a sudden it feels like you're at a standstill, you're not, all right? It's just fine-tuning it, okay? It's I've been expanding this all, and I put it out there, and now I'm seeing, I should, do this, X, Y, and Z. But no matter what comes of this, there's a lesson to learn, okay? So just remember that. Now, October 11th, this is probably the biggest one. It is. We have Pluto going Pluto going direct in Capricorn for the last time in our lifetimes, okay? In our generation, the next generation's lifetime. I mean, it's over 200 years that we'll ever see this again. So this energy, remember, Pluto retrograde went into Capricorn September 1st. So we've been feeling this energy, right? And we've probably been seeing it because Pluto is slow moving. This is that last-ditch effort of that energy of the Capricorn paradigm trying to hold on to power, okay? And so we're going to have to make sure we say as we do, all right? If we want a better world, we have to live it. If we want certain things, we have to embody it, okay? So Scorpios, for you, this is something that's very important when it comes to your day-to-day routines. What you want, you have to live it. You can't just see it, okay? You can't just think it. You have to believe it, but then you also have to live it, all right? And so if you can't stand trolls and then you're trolling the trolls, you know what I mean? Like, there's something here to making sure that you shift your energy completely, because there's things that we are recognizing. There's lessons that have been learned from this. Like, as we move into this new age, we all have lessons we've learned. We've all had to let go, activating our inner light, like really recognizing how much power we give to others when we allow our energy to disperse in all these different areas, okay? So the more you can stay off of social media, the better. Like I said, there's going to be a lot felt in the direct day-to-day lives of this, struggle to hold on to power. And so the more you can be that grounded light, and I'm saying this for everybody, the more that you can be that grounded light to help the people who, are feeling not so confident in things, are feeling like they don't understand like this transition, just know, like, recognize you can be that light, okay? Yeah, you can be that light. Oh yeah, go with the flow. Look at this Queen of Cups. Like, this is the mother energy we need. We need this nurturing mother energy, especially during this chaotic time, okay? Now, the other wonderful thing for you, October 13th, we have Mercury entering Scorpio. So you're going to see through people's BS, okay? But seeing through people's BS doesn't mean that everybody else is seeing through people's BS. So I want you to very much be mindful of, even if you're seeing somebody's BS and let's say like you call it out, well, somebody might not even see that. And so just be mindful, like, there's more below the surface. And so here's the idea too of like reactionary speaking, is because, like, especially with deceptive AI, like, there's a lot of stuff that's been going around of what's true and what's not, altered photos, altered videos. And like, I just want you to be mindful that you can have the faith that things are going to work themselves out, and just be like, keep your own counsel and the counsel you have with others. Be very mindful of who you decide to share information with, is really what I would say. Okay, so next, full moon in Aries on October 7th. I'm loving this because here's where we really get a boost of confidence. Here's where we really get this understanding of stepping into your own power, all right? Stepping into your own power and really being bold about something. If you felt like there were limitations to your success, you're like, I'm just getting like the universe with a boot to the butt, like pushing you forward, okay? And so whatever you've been holding back on, you're gonna wanna really have that. Don't ignore that confidence. You have an urge in you, and it's going to have you express, and you're meant to express it. I also got this message while I was clearing your cards about like some like poetry or like artistic writing. So like whatever that is for you, Scorpios, make sure you take advantage of that energy, okay? Because then we also have Venus and Sagittarius the same day. And so we have this romantic energy in us that could really inspire us to create. Okay, so October 22nd, Sun enters your sign. So happy birthday to all the October Scorpios out there. I just really want you to understand that, like, you're going to feel energized, all right? You're going to feel passionate, and you're meant to act on that in some way. And then here's the most exciting thing for me, October 31st. I just think this is so cool. We have Mercury in Scorpio trine Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so Mercury in your sign of death, birth, transformation, and Neptune, the dreamy planet, in Pisces, the dreamer, on Halloween when the veil is already thin. If anybody has ever wanted to get into that kind of, speaking to the other side and connecting with a loved one who has passed, the veil is going to be so thin that you will be able to really connect to somebody you've been meaning to connect to. And maybe not someone, but like just the energy in general. So if you do have time around that time, like I said, especially like that connection is going to be a spark of inspiration. It could really give you hope, especially, with the energy as it is. And but by that time, we'll be moving closer to that Pluto going back into Aquarius. And so we're going to be feeling hopeful already at that time. So I'm getting it could be really an emotional time for you, especially if there's somebody who you love who has passed that you've always wanted to feel a connection to. And it's not saying like you're going to see this person in front of you necessarily, but you can feel their energy, okay? It's going to be an amazing day. So on that note, and seeing this at the bottom, let's get to your October, because I'm excited. I know it's a time right now. And like I said, so the more you can stay off of social media, as far as like tarot readings, stick with the people that you trust, and like don't go out there looking for more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? Like that's when you need to just like cut it and then go into your own identity. Also, speaking of identity, big identity change this month, okay? And really stepping into this energetic maturity, really stepping into the recognizing the power of your water. So that's another thing. Oh, love seeing that. That's another thing is we need to recognize that the power of water is just going to, oh, look at you at the end of the month. The power of water is just going to increase and increase. And so maybe that belief is in yourself. Maybe you've never felt powerful. And by the end of the month, you're finally going to be feeling that power. And it's probably, again, like I said, that activation at the end of the month with all that wonderful energy. Okay, so overall theme though, justice, Libra. So I think Libra season's probably going to be felt the most for you, Scorpios. I think that idea of balance, if you, like I said, if you have anything off balance, we're going to feel we're off balance, okay? Also too, what house does Libra rule in your chart? You could really get some insights there. I also want you to make sure to take a look at Pluto, what house Pluto's in, because like, as far as that energy, you're going to be feeling Pluto there as well. But the other thing here is the clarity that we get, okay? The recognizing cause and effect of energy. And what did I say too about compassion? Because there's this idea of like what our ego thinks and what our spirit thinks. And we need to balance both of those perceptions, okay? Especially if it's something from the past. Now, what we need more on, focusing on what you are manifesting, okay? So there's a lot of distractions out there. Like I said, the more you can turn off that social media, put down your phone and work on your craft, whatever that be, if this is for how you make money or if this is just how you spend your free time, focusing on what makes you feel like you are expanding in some area of your life, you want to do that, okay? Hard work pays off. So just make sure too that you recognize that. And that could be part of this balance, is making sure that a little bit goes a long way. Every day you're plugging away at something, especially if this is something that is, you already have your 9 to 5 and this is your side project, okay? What you have the right amount of. So 8 of Swords. So this is what I find fascinating, because this energy, especially because of Jupiter going retrograde in Gemini, this is ruled by Jupiter in Gemini, okay? And Jupiter goes retrograde in Gemini on October 9th. So around that time, and this is what I said, I think Libra season is going to be the most pivotal for you this month. And then by the time we get to your season, you'll be in the flow, right? So I'm going to read Jupiter retrograde Gemini again. As the planet of luck goes backward in flexible Gemini, this is a great time to learn a lesson in adaptability. Go with the flow and take life as it comes, as every situation, no matter how messy, gives us a lesson to learn, okay? And so that's the key here, is going with the flow. What we need less of, 6 of Coins. So the 6 of Coins in this area of what we need less of is, I'm getting this recognition of like, we need less of waiting for somebody else to give this coin to us, and more of us focusing on making the coin ourselves. Okay? Less on the energy of someone gifting you this coin, and more on the energy of making that coin yourself. Okay? Make yourself. Like the Incubus song, Make Yourself. I love that. Okay. And in the area of what you can change, 5 of Swords. All right. How you perceive winning and losing. Okay, so this is interesting, because there's so many things that we can perceive as we lost and it was hard, and then a year or two later we don't see it as harsh as it was. Like, oh wait, I won so much and I didn't even realize it. That's the energy I think in this area of what you can change. Also boundaries. What did I say about that black tourmaline? Making sure you have very strong energetic boundaries, all right? Doing everything you can to have that practice. I need to make sure I'm mindful of that too. and I'm a water sign as well. And so I just really want you to recognize what accepting a loss, allowing grief, and then moving on, and just not, like I said, there's something here that going back to that, tying up loose ends and letting something go from the past. It's almost as if we don't realize we're holding on to this still. Okay. What you need to accept, 2 of coins. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you're holding the coins. Okay. We can't just wait for it. We have to take action. And so this might be where you have a job, but you've always wanted to do something else, and now you go back to school and you have this side project and you're finally launching it. But this is that idea of ride the wave of change like a surfer rides a surfboard, and you are water. Okay, you can do this. It's just taking that earthly practical energy and applying it to your water energy. End of the month, the Death card. Okay, and now this is a major transformation, but look what's blooming from it. And so here's what I said is, like, I really get that you recognize what is blooming, okay, and why you're going to be a guide for people. You really have to recognize that and have your energy in the right place to prepare. I'm really getting, like, be prepared. All right. Okay, so let's see what past life energy is affecting Scorpios for October. Well, this authority figures. All right, so whatever it is that you're holding on to, it could be related to an authority figure. So let's see what we got going on. In your previous and current lifetimes, you followed rules that were set down by authority figures, such as parents and teachers. You may have also encountered intimidating or even cruel authority figures in the past. Perhaps you found yourself in the presence of those who are power hungry or abusive. These situations can lead you to fear authority figures and succumb to their will in the present. It's normal to sometimes be intimidated by powerful individuals. Fearing authority figures can lead to unhealthy passivity. Okay, well, look at all that clicking there. For example, you may feel pressured to bow to another's rule without standing up for your rights, or you may develop conflict phobia in which you negate your own needs in order to avoid arguments and disharmony. In some cases, this can lead to a form of depression called learned helplessness, in which you don't even try to improve your life. To heal this situation, fill yourself with self-love and self-esteem and see yourself as being whole and healed. Oftentimes, just remembering past life details will lead to clearing and healing. Yes. So what did I say? Like, this is because of something where the outcome wasn't what you expected, and therefore you don't want to do that work. Okay. Wow. And clearly, like, related to that. There's something here to an authority figure. But you're meant to take your power back this month. Okay. So let's get some archetypal energy and see what type of person is affecting you. We all play characters in each other's lives. Scorpio is the most important part. It's for you to be the hero of your own journey. So this can be you or someone else, all right? Prostitute, light attributes, accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Shadow attribute, places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Okay. Now let's see what dragon energy can help you for October 2024. Ooh. I think some of you liked that last message there. Okay, October 2024. Okay, well, I love this because this is a lot of the energy we'll be feeling this month. Earth and air dragon represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. Balance. So yeah, this is that idea, that energy of the feeling and then the seeing. You know what I mean? Like water signs, when we feel it, we know it's there. We don't have to see it to recognize that something's there. Stay balanced, ground your visions, manifest your hopes and dreams. All right. This is so wonderful. You have such a wonderful opportunity this month, Scorpios, to really harness that power within you, because your energy in that idea of release, okay, like transformation, accepting change, embracing the new, personal power and action, Tiger's eye, personal power and action. Okay, so please get some tiger's eye, carry it with you, and really feel your power, and not your power in the concept of power in this past paradigm, right? Of authoritative, authoritarian type of, like, that perception of power. See your power as just being who you are. See the power in that, okay? All right, let's get an empowering question to help you with your empowerment. What was I intended to do in this life? So that's perfect, all right? If you are not aligned with this, you have to believe it, all right? Believe it, put time into it. Like I said, there's a big increase here. We just got to get started, all right, and work at it. Whatever you're intended to do, you're meant to do, and you'll do it, okay? All right, so let's get a clarifier for the end of the month, and then we're going to close this out. Scorpios, thank you so much for joining me again. Please hit that like button, subscribe, share this with somebody who needs to hear this message, and let's get a final clarifier. Wow, strength. Okay, let's get one more. Strength is really making me think of that tiger's eye. Queen of Cups. I love this. This is perfect. Scorpio, this is the energy. Have the discipline and the courage to go after what you want, and recognize the power in your water, all right? Go with the flow, be nurturing, be empathetic, be caring, but also be fierce and bold, okay? Be everything of that energy, because that's everything that's in you. Like I said, that transformation is very empowering, okay? So yeah, amazing. This is what you're transforming into. So have an amazing month, Scorpios. And as always, shine your inner light. You've got this.